10 4 4 10 10 10 4 10 4 10 4. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. Good afternoon, guys and girls. Almost 3 p.m. here on the East Coast. I don't know if I'm going to be on much this evening. I might be on for a little bit, but it's going to be late if I am. I want to talk about something that we've been discussing now for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. And that's second season football. We're going to have a league. Okay, anyone interested has to at least let me know ahead of time if they want to play. Number one, you got to have a game. Okay, if you don't have the right season, we might be able to still work it out to where you can get in there and play. Um, let's see. This is we're gonna have the group, and only the people that are playing have a vote in it. And the people that are playing, you have to show up every week. That's just the rule. So, so number one, it's gonna be you're gonna be voting on four different items. It's like a line item veto. You can veto this, but like this, whatever. All right. Video review. Video review. We can play with it or we can play without it. We're not going to play some games with it and some games without it. If we're going to play it, we're going to play all the way through with it or without it. I'm fine either way. Okay? We just have to make sure that the dice rolling is clear to both sides. Okay? So video review. Yes, for it. No, against it. Okay. 2-point conversions after a touchdown. It'll be from a 3-yard line. That's why we would play it from a 3-yard line. And if you get exactly 3 yards, then you have to roll a decider die. And the dot would mean yes, it'd be a touchdown. No dot. Even with 3 yards, no dot would mean no 2-point conversion. So, if you get over 3 yards, excess of 3 yards, it's an automatic 2-point conversion, no problem. So yes for the 2-point conversion, or no, you are against the 2-point conversion. We will take votes on that. Number 3, the yard line to kick off from. Whatever year it was, it may have been kicking off from the 40, the 35, or the 30. I'm a proponent of kicking off from a 35-yard line. Okay, I don't see where every time we need the ball to start at the 40, 35, and 40. If it's back in the back, if it's back a ways, that's fine with me. Gives the defenses a chance to at least show up and do something. So you got to let me know where you would prefer to kick off. Okay, A would be 30, B would be 35, and C would be 40-yard line. I think 40 is too much, and I think 30 is too little. So the 35 right in the middle, I like the best, but we will take votes on it. And finally, the fourth thing, injuries and the length of them. Okay, let's say for instance, Alan Shaw is playing Keith White. Okay, and Alan Shaw's quarterback gets hurt for a length of 4 games, okay? Obviously, you'd count that game and then the next 3. We have to know whether you want to make it past that game or not, okay? Length of injuries. Or do we just want to make them just for that game, and then each game we have a refreshed team? You got to let me know. But if you do have injuries, you're going to have to keep up with them. Everybody, when you're playing, you got to keep up with your injuries. And like I said, we're still going to have everything on video. We want everything on video. So length of injuries and injuries and the length of them, we have to discuss, okay? Video review. Yes, you're for video review. No, you are against it. Okay. 2-point conversion. Yes, you are a proponent of the 2-point conversion from the 3-yard line, and you must get 3 If you get 3 yards, you got to get the decide or die to get across the line, or 4 or more yards. Either way. Yes, for the 2-point conversion. No, you're against it. And the yard line to kick off. A, the 30, B, the 35, C, the 40. And injuries. If we want injuries to be each game individually, that's fine with me. Or if they're going to take parts, if we're going to play it as a season and you want to do it that way, we'll do it that way, okay? We'll just need to know ahead of time. So you guys let me know. Anybody that's having to play any part in this league, let me know how you feel, okay? And we'll go from there. Do vote. Either contact me, I'll write them down, or either put it underneath if you're interested in playing. We may play 1980, we may play 1984. 1990 has been kind of overused, but 80 and 84. What's up, Alan? I invited you too, Alan. I invited you on here, so even when I go off the air, you can stay on here and talk to me if you want to. So you got an invite. I'll send it to you. But yeah, 80, 84, I like both of those seasons. They haven't been overly spread out online. Alan played the 90 season. I've played some of the 90 season. I just think we've pretty much showed that season off a lot. 80, 84, both of those would be excellent seasons to play. I think it'd be a lot of fun. We may see Alan here pop up here in a second. Let me give me a little piece of candy here. But I think it could be. It's each season's different. Send him an invite again. Hadn't gotten it yet, he said. It's in 3. There we go. So, there's emails stacked up. So that's what we're going to do. If you're wanting to play second season football league, somebody's going to be playing against you. You get to call your play, but you're still going to have to roll the dice. They're going to be playing the defense against you or the offense against you. You don't have to say about that. Here comes Word.
Hey.
Bob, do you know Bob?
Which Bob?
Oh. That Coleman must know Bob. This is what I hit him with. Video review. We either going to have yes or no.
Nope.
That's cool. Okay. 2-point conversion. Yes or no. That's just it won't be any. But at least you get a vote. You get a vote on it.
Yeah, not bothered either way.
Yard line to kick off from 30.
45.
30. Huh?
35.
That's what I like it best too. 40 is too far. 40 too many.
I think you go with the season that you pick.
Well,
other than
I think the 35 is perfect though, because you don't want everyone's not a touchback.
Yeah, but what you got to remember is that the kickers are rated for the season. So if they kick off at the 40, then they may be long enough to kick into the end zone every time. If you kick off at the 30, then they'll be long enough to kick in the end zone every time. So,
yeah. What's up, Tim? And then injuries and length of them.
Game, that's it.
You think so?
Yeah.
There's so many of them. It's a good chance we could all lose our quarterbacks if we played 10 games. I don't think we'd all have quarterback by the end. What do you think?
Either that, or you say you can't lose a second player at a position until the other one comes back.
I think we should just play it individually each game, Even if they say they're out for 6 games, if they say that, they're just out for the rest of that game. Yeah.
So it's either series or you stay in series, quarter, game.
Half or the game. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything over a game is the game.
Right. I agree. I think that's a way to go.
But again, it's up to everybody, isn't it? I mean, if most of them want to say if you're out for 6 games, you're out for 6 games, then we all play it.
Yeah, right. But we want all of the games televised so everybody can see everything. Yeah.
You're just going to go for the 4th quarter?
I don't care. I'm cool. I'm cool if we play it. I don't care. You see, I'm able to record on StreamYard, then download and throw it up there. So I don't care if I play a half each day, twice. I'm okay with that if I do it, because the good thing about it is this.
I suppose it's up to people.
If we want to do some preseason with any games, good news, surgery went well last Wednesday.
Good stuff.
Oh, Tim Stitches. I didn't even know he had surgery last. I ain't been around. I've not been around. So, hey, let's get Tim in here too. We'll see how he's doing. I didn't even know he had surgery. Harris Jessup, what's going on? Let's get Harris in here too if you want. Oh yeah, let's get some guys in here. In a hurry, Keith? I mean, you in a hurry, Alan?
No. I also think we should just say home team kicks off in the first half, away team kicks off in the second half. Stop, don't have to mess on who's kicking off.
That way each home team gets the ball second half.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just seems simple.
Who the hell needs rules? But injuries, we won't make them last past a game. Then that sounds good. I like it. I love it. 35-yard line, and then the 2-point conversion. Oh, okay. Harris says he can't get on with that computer he's got. 2-point conversion. I'm okay with it, or I'm okay without it. But I think if you get 3 yards, you still got to get a decider die to cross the line.
Well, I think we should do. How I played, and again, it's up to everybody.
Right, and that's anytime you get to a yard marker to get a first down or the goal line, you must
roll the dice.
Right, if it's exact amount. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I invited Harris and Tim. Tim says Tim didn't say he might come over. Maybe he can. Zach Coleman, what's going on, my friend? Is Bob going to be on here? I do not know. Zach.
So who have we got in the?
So far, I know Keith wants to do it. I want to do it. You want to do it. Had a guy a few weeks ago said he'd like to do it. But I think right now we got roughly 5. And Harris may want to get into it. I can come on, Tim. Come on. I invited you on. Yep, come on. I invited Harris and Tim. I sent both of them emails.
I mean, I prefer a pre-2000 season because you get more.
Yeah, and the thing is, if it's 6 teams, I look at it this way. If we play 6 teams, we'll play a 10-game season, 5 on the road, 5 at home. Then that way, if we want to play, even if we want to let 4 teams make it playoffs, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
First to play 4 at home, 2 will play 3 at home, and then the championship. Yeah, we can do that.
Or you could have all 6
be in the playoffs.
Yeah. So
6 will play 3, 4 will play 5, and then 1 and 2 will get
the lowest winner plays 1.
Yeah.
The highest winner plays 2.
So that way, if you're from 3 to 6, you got to win 3 games to be the champion. The other 2 teams, 1 and 2, only has to win 2.
Yep.
Because we can do that. All right. Tim's still waiting on his email. Let me see. A lot of times I have to push another one through behind it. I don't know why. I sent him 2 right there. Harris. But let me make it. You got to be able to play a whole entire game of second season. And I'll tell you right now, I ain't trying to brag, but me and my man right here, Alan, we played the whole game in like hour and 40 minutes, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
A whole lot quicker than a real game lasts. That's for damn sure. We rolled through it, man. But we were working together. Both of us had books. I could roll the dice, and I had my dice towel right here, and we had that all going. And like one of us, the defense always had their card right there, and the offense would do that. Here comes Tim.
Well,
Hey.
Hey,
Hi, Tim.
Good afternoon.
Now the way you hold your mouth, you turn. Is it a mouth injury?
No.
Oh, okay.
I had a lipoma on my right ankle that I've had for a long time.
Okay.
I finally had removed. I had to go through and make sure that I was healthy enough to have surgery, which is why over the last 9 months you've seen me lose a ton of weight.
And you out of work now?
Well, I was out of work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday last week. And then today I had to go take my laptop in because it wasn't working. And so they have to get me a new laptop and copy everything over. And maybe tomorrow I'll get back to work.
I'll be kind of laid off to the side this evening. I have to go to a funeral service. I got a second cousin. He's only 50. Passed away from a stroke. Yeah, sure did.
Oh, he didn't make it then.
No, three boys. Boys. So
well, I have to say it's better than watching them struggle, mate. My mum
you do not want anybody not knowing where they're at on this earth, struggling and in pain, just to be able to say hi, I love you. You know, stuff. Yeah. No.
My mum had a stroke, and it was she lasted about 6 months, and it's not fun.
See, my dad had a stroke on the table back in 2009, back when he had surgery. And like I say, it's 14 years later, but when he had his stroke, from then on, he's pretty much had to use a cane.
Yeah.
Now, 89, he's primarily in a wheelchair, and it's like, okay, let's get you from one place to the next. He's able to use his arms well enough to lift himself up. And then we always tell him rotate, and he rotates to get either in the vehicle or back in the wheelchair. And he does pretty good with it.
Yeah.
But we're taking off going somewhere with him next week. So we'll be going from Saturday to Saturday. Yeah.
The good thing there, of course, is he was in the right place when he had the stroke, wasn't he? If he was in the hospital, you know.
Yeah, right.
That's the difference.
Yes. Yeah, he was on the table. He was on the table at the time he had it.
Yeah.
So, my cousin. Yeah, they had to get him in, and they didn't think it was a big chance for him. And then now, while right before I left this weekend, we left Friday. That Thursday night, they took him off, and it was a machine keeping him alive.
Yeah.
And once you start that, you gotta do some heavy thinking and heavy praying, and be like, okay, I know I love this person. I know I love the person dearly, but do I want to see this person for 30 years have to struggle to this amount just to be able to get a breath in? And probably never even eat anything again. Probably be just feeding through a tube the rest of their life. That's a low. Like, I don't even hardly call that a way of living. It's just alive, but it's not really living, because you're not able to tell people how you feel. You're not able to say hello, goodbye. You're not allowed. You're not allowed. It's so many things you can't do. It's tough, man. I mean, each family handles things differently, but I'm like this. I'm glad I didn't have to make the call. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I
Well,
didn't.
I mean, it's the same for almost like having a pet, you know.
Yeah. My Darlene's best friend had to put her dog down last week, and for a whole week now, she's been. I mean, she's just been, and she's got two. She got one son that's a teenager that's in high school, and then one in college, and she's had a hell of a time with it, bro. She is like. Yeah, she struggled like it because it's part of the family after a while.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is, man. That's just well, look. Every time you see Keith, you always see one of those cats laying on him. Every time you see Alan, you see one of his dogs. Yeah, look at that. Yeah,
yeah. They're like kids.
It's
like
family.
Kids.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, but then you have to feel for people like my Aunt Jean had it before she passed almost 11 years ago. And then what Bruce Willis is going through now, having aphasia, where you can't literally talk.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't wish that upon anybody.
No.
If my wife shuts up, it'd be nice, but you know.
Oh my God! Now, let's bring Joe.
He's upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, I hope she get a frying pan sent downstairs. Oh my God! If you guys are hearing this, if you're in chat, word is Alan Shaw. That is Alan Shaw, and we can call him the frying pan victim. Let's call him that. Yeah.
So I'm guessing for all the golf people out there, yesterday had to be pretty wonderful watching 28 plus holes of golf on a Sunday.
I'm sure it was. I would have enjoyed watching. I was out of town, so I didn't get a chance to.
I kind of was switching between that and the Guardians game, which I gave up on more than one occasion, even though they came back and won in 12 innings thanks to the ghost runner rule. They actually came back from, granted, 2-run deficits are harder to come from behind in than 1 run with the new ghost runner rule.
Yeah.
I mean, for it taking
Ghost runner.
Oh yeah, the person at second base.
Yeah, they have the next innings. You start with the runner on second base to start the inning.
Yeah.
But trust me, I'm sure now that the stadiums have now seen how quick the game times are going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to start seeing them ushers come by a lot more often for beer and food sales.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to kick it into high gear because
you know what's going to happen next, don't you? They're going to be the fans are going to be saying, "Well, we should be paying less."
Yeah,
we're getting less entertainment.
I don't disagree. They should be paying less anyways.
Yeah,
right.
You know they're shortening the game by putting this runner on and blah blah, and not making the pitchers bat. I mean that.
And
75% should be taken off the price there straight away.
And then I listened to the Phillies game yesterday, and the announcer on there, Larry Anderson, says, "I was a relief pitcher most of my career." He said, "There's differences when there's a man at second and a man at third, or bases loaded, than there are when there's nobody on base."
Yeah.
He said, "I got to be watching these runners, and now you're going to tell me I can disengage off the mound twice, or." I can't at least look them back, and then make me with 15 seconds.
Yeah.
I can't say no. I don't want that pitch. No, I don't want that pitch. He said I pretty much have to accept the pitch that is being told to me. So, I wouldn't care if it went to 20 seconds. After the 7th inning, let's say the 7th inning on, with runners in scoring position, second or third, it doesn't matter. 5 extra seconds, I don't have a problem with that. I think they can do that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Plus, you're building.
If your guy on second, if your guy who's put on second scores, is that an earned run?
No.
So they're all unearned runs.
It's unearned. It's that run is unearned. The first guy that's on base is unearned.
Yeah, even if it's a triple, Alan. How about this one? How about if it bounces off the wall and the guy runs around third and gets tagged after the plate? It's still an unearned run. Like if the guy tries to get inside the park home run.
Yeah.
It's still an unearned run. Unless it's a home run, then it's one.
That's one run. Yeah.
Yeah,
because of the second.
even though it's two. Yep, even though it's 2 runs. Yep. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm really not a fan of that.
Yeah, because
I wish he would do this. How about this? Let's go 3 innings. Let's go to 10th, 11th, and 12th, and try it.
Yeah.
Now, after 3 innings, then if you want to do that, but it's all they're all, like you say, they're already cutting the games to 220s anyway, 220, 225.
Yeah, there was one game that went an hour and 57 minutes, and it wasn't Greg Maddux on the mound.
Oh yeah, it's been a couple of under 2 hours this year. Yeah, it's been a couple under 2 hours. Yeah.
And then what did I also read that American League runners have only been caught stealing twice this year?
I don't know. I know the Phillies have been caught at all. They're like 7-0, something like that. Some shit. It's crazy, but it's tough to throw somebody out after you make that first throw to first.
Yep.
That's you're almost better off not throwing over at all.
Right.
And holding the ball to 1 second, and then
or either that, or you got to switch it up and hold the ball a little longer. Or start your windup before, kind of vary when you're doing it.
Right. 5 seconds, 1 second, 3 seconds. Yeah. But that 1 second, you got to be close, man, because you got to be in the windup. You can't just be moving your foot. You got to be in a windup.
As long as moving the foot is part of the windup, you're okay.
Yeah, but you got to get that foot off of the man. Let's say, for instance, let's say you do a tap. Nobody's on base, and you do a tap and then lift up. If you haven't started your leg lift already, they've stopped them already 2 or 3 times. Some of them do. I call it the minor league deal, where they don't go into a wind up. They're kind of already. You know what I'm saying? They kind of back up, and that's if they can do that little backup. They better be in kind of a. Really showing off motion. You got to be moving your body, because if you just barely tapping that foot, I've seen it called 2 or 3 times.
They'll be stopping you stealing bases next, so that you don't have to waste time throwing the ball over. It's ridiculous,
It's too easy to steal now. Yeah, it's too easy to steal.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So let's go back to the second season. The reason why we have this video. Have you found out what teams people are going? Are you allowing?
Well, you see what we're going to do is go. It's all on a draw. It's all going to be a random draw. So let's say there's 6 people who have teams.
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to do, you're going to get 2 balls, and you're going to know 2 teams, and you're going to have a week. You're going to have a week. You can practice with them. You know what I'm saying? You can play against whatever, and then that's your team. One of them's your team. The other one you can destroy. The other one you can say bye. I don't care. So you're going to have only 1 team, but 2 to choose from.
Okay.
So that way,
you can't say I want Miami or the Giants. It'll be 2 drawn out, and then
right.
If I get the Lions, I'm better be getting the Barry Sanders era, or I better be getting the
Johnson era. That's the thing. That's the thing. We're like I say, we're going to do a public drawing right there and say, okay, with bingo balls or something, bingo chips or something. Alan will say this much. 1990, the Colts played the Patriots a half the other day. Tell him the outcome for the half.
Patriots 1-13.
1-13 or 1-15. Yeah, something. They had the worst record in football.
I'm getting beat 17-0
at halftime, and he had the Indianapolis.
No matter what I do, I can't. The dice just won't go for me.
Jeff George was not finding open receivers. I was running the football pretty good on him, Tim. I was playing New England.
The only thing I had was a block. Was it a blocked? No, an interception. My player got intercepted,
and then ran it all the way back.
Player fumbled.
Yep.
I picked the ball up and went 87 yards for a score. And the penalty took me back 5 yards.
And
Couldn't believe it.
penalty took you back 92 yards.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It
Could
did.
not believe it.
Yeah. So we got, like I say, he's not a big proponent of the video review. I'm not either. I would just soon to get rid of video review, but it's so seldom turned over. Like some of the plays, they have to roll in the 60s, 61 to 66 to get an overturn. And the rest of the time, it just stays the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But now, do you have a game, Tim?
No, I've got all baseball and one hockey.
But yeah, what we want to do. We want to telecast and broadcast to all of them over StreamYard. So it does not matter. Let's say, for instance, Alan was going to play somebody that's a member of the channel but doesn't come on here much.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they got a camera, right?
Yeah.
They don't have to be able to roll the dice. I can actually come on here and host it.
Right.
Roll the dice, and those two guys can have the team.
I can get them on my channel.
Yeah. Either way, we can do it any kind of way. We can do it, and if we want to do it live, we can do half of it.
Mm-hmm.
Stop where we're at halftime. We know somebody else got to kick off, so you don't have to worry about, well, the ball was here, the ball was there. But if we finish a half out, we know we can do it in a little over an hour, right around an hour, even with somebody, a little slower or whatever. But all we ask is everybody cuts out pieces of paper having pass.
No, you only need defense.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
pass, safe, run, or blitz. That's all you need. Yep. And then offense can call the play. They can say inside run, outside run, screen, short, medium, or long pass. And then the other person's going to flip it over and show it right there. Say, hey, run,
So
maybe we'll make it where you can't change none of your none of our plays. Maybe we'll make it
make it easy that way.
If you can't change them.
Yeah. I think maybe a preseason game or two just to work out the kinks of the
rules. Yeah. I think so too. Yeah.
Really started.
Just to work out the kinks. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I think 1980 is a great season, but 84 will be all right too. I got both. So 80 or 84.
He's got them both. It's a great season.
Do what?
I've got 1957. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with that is you just don't have a lot of passing going on.
It's my money that's going to buy 1980 or 84.
Yeah, that's true. Plus,
that's not
you got to ship it out there.
No, it's only $12. I get it on PDF.
Oh, that's brilliant for you then.
Yeah. PDF, and he's got the paper to get it all printed out on. So
I see Strat just announced they're gonna drop 1997 for baseball.
Oh, are they?
Just so I can try to not recreate. Let's just say this: I'm a little bit not as naive that I could recreate the Indians going to the World Series that year. But them only having 87 wins and a pitching staff, especially starting pitching.
Mm-hmm.
And plus with Jose Mesa being part dumpster fire.
How are they coming out the gate this year? The Indians. The Guardians, rather.
Indians.
6-4.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. You've played.
Are they in first place or the Twins first place?
The Twins might be, but then again, the Guardians played 7 games against the Mariners, who are supposed to be good this year.
Yeah. So they don't finish playing them home and away. Oh, okay. So they don't have to play them anymore then.
No, thank God. Get them done. They took 2 or 3 against Oakland. I was fine with their first 7 games on the road. Okay, you blew kind of 2 games. Didn't really hit all that well. Let's see. Just for the way too early. I usually don't pay attention to the standings until
40 games in.
Memorial Day is usually my.
Yeah.
No, Minnesota, probably a half game Minnesota.
Yeah, that's nothing.
And the rest of the division is 4-6, 3-7, and 2-7.
Yeah, Kansas City's at the bottom.
Oh, actually, Detroit by a half game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's interesting that you got the rest of this week, and then I'm almost on hiatus until about mid-June
Really?
because Stanley Cup playoffs. And
Yeah, I'm
I'll
ready
skip
for
a
it.
game to go, although this is early May, so this will probably be either mid-second round or conference finals. Actually, probably be the late second round.
27th. Don't forget we got our football draft too. If you want to take part in that.
That if it's on Thursday, I'm usually playing trivia, so that'll be
Oh, okay. I got you. Yep. And Brian is going to be live in Kansas City at like a block away from the draft, so he'll be able to see it outside from his terrace. How about that?
Yeah.
So he's going to be live on his channel. I'm going to be live on my channel and have as many people as wants to come on there with us. And I'll tell you right now, I don't know if this may be the hardest draft to pick this year because it's just so many players just not out there. Jalen Carter was this much above everybody 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Since his troubles and shit. Now you hear he's going to fall out of the top 5. So we'll see what happens. But
yeah, and with the Browns not having anything in the first round, I'm kind of just like, okay, sure. And then I'll have to pay attention because God knows.
But they may trade up. They may trade up and take them.
They could. In which case I'll have to at least go over it because probably in about a month they'll ask match the 2023 player to the team that drafted him.
Yeah.
So I got to kind of pay attention to that and see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep.
We're gonna do draft again this year. Harris, I know Harris. I reckon he wants to be on with us. I hope so. Anyway, I know Keith said he's going to be. I wish Alan could. If it was a Friday night, he could.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he could come on for day 2, but the second round's not sexy enough.
We don't even do day 2 generally. All we do is first round.
First round, yeah.
That's all we generally do. I wish it was Thursday, and then
or Friday.
I wish it was Friday instead, and it just.
Well, the problem is that they want it on. So seeing that sitcoms and everything else isn't what it used to be. They know they can pull in. That's Saturday went too long.
Yeah.
To do that, and then Friday nobody watches TV anyway on Fridays.
So Thursday draws people to the sets. Yeah.
Yep.
You got it. Yeah. So
that's
what we're gonna put. Yeah. So we're gonna try to do this if we're able to. Like I say, I gotta get ready and go to a funeral.
We got anything going on in the chat room here?
Not right now. Harris was on. What am I getting into now? You getting into second season and coming in and joining with us.
Rules. Who need rules? Okay. But yeah. So essentially, I put out a video yesterday or a couple days ago. I haven't played since a strat game since April 1st. So I'll see if maybe I can get one going. One of them is either Steeler fan or Big Clue. I don't know if you know who they are. Usually they're kind of in Beatles Eternalities chat.
Okay.
They had brought up how they would like to see more of how is your sim going versus what they did in the real season.
Right.
Instead of just,
Yeah. And that baseball season I did with the Red Sox, you remember that?
With MPG Plus.
MPNG Plus. They won one more game in mine.
No, I'm talking like batting average.
Well, yeah, and that was
like as the season's going on, not just at the end.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I checked everything. Mookie hit Betts, I think, hit like 4 or 5 extra home runs on my thing than he did. But he hit almost the same, like 320, whatever it was, right around 330, whatever. And it was nuts. It was crazy stuff. Some of the pitching was even pretty close, but I can understand why the pitching would kind of range out a little bit from that.
The nice thing is, there's a program called OneDrive that allows you to use Microsoft Office products for free. And I kind of Googled myself on how to get cumulative stats. And so I can be like, okay, and here is Grading Sizemore now hitting I can't do like up to the minute, but going into the game, hitting 285. And essentially it's just putting plate appearances, hits, doubles, triples, homers, steals. I can kind of put after the game. And it doesn't take that long to do if I can just go. And so, and then I'll do the same for pitching. And so I got all the hitters up to date. I have to go through all the pitchers, and then I also have the updated standings. Unfortunately, and they'll even out the next day because the Yankees and the Orioles had a game that got suspended, but they didn't play it until July 27th. But with the way that the hyperfast scoring goes, you're playing it on that day.
Yep.
So as of the next day, it'll be all caught up. But I didn't realize this. I always remember 2007 with the Rockies having that big September to vault them into first place. Come late July, the Dodgers were actually in first place.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. So I was like, kind of realized, okay, this seems a little off. And it's like, no, this is not too far off from what happened in the real season. Now, the problem is that with the AL Central being as terrible as it is, that means the AL East is doing a lot better than what they normally would have done. Pull up also
everybody's seeing what the Jays are doing, which is absolutely crazy.
Well, I'm talking about what's going on right now in my simulation.
Oh but this year, how about what the Jays are doing this year?
The Rays have been.
Rays, not Jays. Yeah, they're like 60 runs. They've outscored their opponents by.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they made Oakland look like a little league team.
Are they 9-0 or 10-0?
9-0.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. Yeah. They've won 3 games. I want to say they've won 3 shutouts. I think already. I think they've got 3 shutouts already in 9 games. It's crazy.
We got King Twan Gaming here, Dave. Hey,
what's up, Dave?
Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah. And draft night. Anybody wants to come is invited to come, but please be ready to stay the full 5 hours, 4.5 hours. I know it's gonna be long, but please try to hang in from pick 1 all the way to pick 32, 31, 32, whatever it is. It'll be a lot of fun. I hope it's going to be. But that's the 27th, and we're going to start just a little bit before
7 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, we'll probably
come on. Does it start at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock Eastern?
7.
Okay.
Pretty sure it starts at 7. Because they're able to get most time. Last year they got the last pick in at 11:35, something like that.
Okay.
So it wasn't too bad for 32 rounds.
For 32 picks, yeah.
32 picks. Then sick, feel better now. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Good to hear you.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely try to, and that's the thing. That's something you need to study on. Look it up, look things up, and figure out who you think's the best pick for each team. And it's just, I got some studying to do. I got to do while I'm down there. I'll do that while I'm down at Williamsburg, but I'm planning on playing a little golf too while I'm down there. So we'll see what happens. But it's cool. As cool as it's been. It got down to 34 here Saturday morning, and we were out of town. I did not keep a heat on. So when we come home yesterday, it was like 58 degrees in the house.
Toasty.
A little chilly. So we today is 63, so it's not so bad out. It's pretty nice.
We're mid-50s here. Sorry.
And tomorrow's supposed to be like 80, 81, 82. And I know by the end of the week it's supposed to get like 86, 87. So it's supposed to get feeling nice. I just hope we can miss some rain. We can miss some rain.
Yeah, it's about 44 here at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Something till 9 there, right? 9:15.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. And 70 where Dave's at. That's not bad at all for Iowa.
No, that's
Harris,
that stuff's coming
wow.
our way tomorrow.
And then how about Leah Harris, 72 down in Florida? How about that? Yeah, that's wow. 63 here. Pretty calm out. And we're just starting to get the leaves on the trees. Just starting to. They're just wanting to bud out a little bit. They are let's see.
Yeah, you can see them a little bit.
Oh yeah, right there. You can see. You can
Well,
see
that's
it right
almost
there.
full sprouting there.
Oh, say it's got some leaves on there.
Oh yeah. I got a red oak. I got a red oak right there, and that's the only tree I've got in my yard right there. And then way out there, you can see them. Look at that. Look, the one on the right almost looks like it's fall of the year. The one right there almost looks reddish, but it's orangish, and they already are coming out there. So yeah, we got leaves coming out here. It's not just and thank goodness we're about through with our what do you call that old stuff every year? Pollen. Ugh, I hate that crap. Gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get that until May or June usually.
Oh, really? So you hadn't even gotten your pollen yet?
Not that, but
it's been on the cars here. So, and yeah, I got to go. Like I say, I got to go in here and get ready, get dressed, and all. We got to be there right around 6, and so we will talk to you guys pretty soon. Word. We'll decide on the season. How does that sound?
Yep.
All right. You all have a great evening. Hang with me, Word. I'll talk to you for a second. Have a great evening and God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye all. See you.
Bye, everybody.